In this video, we will see how to work with custom shapes because for now our rig, so you did see that I did make the same into the other side. Like this, you can still manage the same way your rig into the other side as well. Okay. So what I want to do now is make our rig a little more easy to manage and easy to catch the bones and have something more visual. So for this, I will use the custom shapes, and for using this already, what we can do is organize things a little in our basic collections over there. So what I will do, I will just select the basic bones, just like this. Maybe for the hands, okay, just the fingers over there, not the hand, okay. And organize a little the things like this. Okay, so I will make a new collection called left hand. Okay, and assign everything into it. Make the same here. And with L, it will be quicker to select that. Okay, if it wants. Yeah, it wants. So again, make a new one, right hand. It's just to organize things before making the shapes, okay? And you assign this. And same for this. You can hide the hands now, the bones. Not yet. So I will select everything with the arm. Okay. And you organize things like this. You imagine this to create the arm and to create the leg, and it can help you after to organize this. What I like to do as well is to make the deformed bones in a place that will be that will not disturb. Like for example, all the bones that I will not use, but are just deformed bones, and that cannot really help me for getting all of this. I hide them. So what I do, I just hide these bones, just like that, by creating, for example, that one will be a mess, or even there's ones here, we'll create some things that we don't want for now. We can put them into a face group, I would say. So I will unselect that just like this, and at least here make a group like that, a new group that called deformed hide. Like this, you can assign them into this, and you come back into the bones and remove them from this one. Like this, you can just hide the bones that will not be used, and it's far more effective to work like that, as you can imagine. Okay, good. So basically what we will do is create basic shapes in edit mode with meshes. So it has to be really simple meshes, easy to catch. So the first one is a basic circle. So let's go with that, and let's go with a basic circle. We'll make Alt G and Shift C to come all the others into the same place. We don't have to add a lot of vertices into that. It has to be low poly. So something like 24 is enough for the thing that I want to do. Okay, so we'll need a circle. We will need a sphere, and the sphere we'll build it with a circle. So let's make this one called a sphere. Okay. And in edit mode, we'll shift the X 90 degrees and shift the Z 90 degrees. Like this, we'll have this kind of shape. Okay. And what we will do, we'll put them around over there, just to can catch them easily and make them a little less big. Okay. Just to can use these objects easily like this. Okay, good. We have two objects. Maybe I will make a third object. it will be a direction one. So add a circle again. And what I will do, I will make kind of arrows there. So I will make Shift D and scale it down just to have a double circle and make this kind of shape very easily, to have this kind of direction shapes, just like that, with the median point over there without any proportional editing. You will have this kind of shape just like this. Okay, can be good to have the center one that will move the entire character, this one. Scale it down again, put it somewhere else. Okay, and that's it. Sometimes you can have just half of a circle to create kind of arrow shape. So let's go into that. Just add another one, a last one here. I would just make ES, no, sorry, Shift D, S, because we don't want any surface there. It's just some lines that we will catch after. And then after X vertices here, to make the arrow shape, what I do usually is make M at center, the same here, M at center, move this. Maybe what you can do is make here a simple subdivide over there, like this. You have more space. Scale this. Okay, scale this again and move this into the right place to have this kind of rotation shape, just like that. Okay, and we scale this down, put it into the right place, and with this we have enough things to work with. Maybe a foot shape. I don't know, last one, foot shape. Let's go with a simple circle again, and just by selecting this, then extrude it into the y-axis, just like this. Okay, to have this kind of shape here. Maybe scale it into the x-axis as well, and remove these ones here. Remove these vertices here, and you will have this kind of shape. Put it well into the center with GY. Again, scale it down. In object mode, I scale it down, as you can see. And GX over there. Good. So now we have our objects. What we want to do is add them into the bones that we have here, over there. So just to control, for example, this foot here. So what we will do, we'll go into pose mode here, and you see that you have into the bone section here you have the viewport display, and into the viewport display in pose mode, yes, sorry, you have the custom shapes here. And the custom shapes, you just choose an object. So for example, for the foot here, I will choose my foot shape. Good, let's go for that. You can see that it appears like that. And I will make the same for his brother here. And choose the right orientation after. So it's just a matter of little time. But after, you just have to make the scale a little less big, maybe 0.5, okay? Just like this. And make a rotation, and the translation looks good. So maybe into the y-axis, I make a rotation 90 degrees. Into the x-axis, I make a rotation like that. And it translation into the z-axis and into the y-axis to put it into the good place, okay? And maybe I'm totally lost here because the orientation is a little weird. Okay, looks better. So be careful of that. Maybe somewhere here, okay? And can we move it just like this easily or not? Starts to look good, okay? And you will make the same for the other side as well. I will not make everything. Here I can put just a circle, Okay, so I will make this shape over there. Maybe put a rotation into the x-axis. No, not translation, a rotation. Okay, just like this. So like this, you will have your two shapes. Good, very simple. Here you can put a sphere. So let's go with this. You can scale it down, for example, 0.2. It's just for the shape, that it doesn't take too much time, too much here size, okay? Too much space into the 3D view. Here the same, you will choose maybe a circle, okay? Just like that. Make the right orientation, so it might be 90 degrees into the x-axis, and scale it down with 0.5, okay? And again, you will add the right shapes that you want everywhere. So when it's finished, you will have something that you can catch easily in pose mode, because here it's very easy to catch something like that compared to the other shapes, basic shapes that you have, okay? So I come back here with nothing into it. You can play and make your own shapes and your own designs just with that. Let's say, for example, the rotation here, this one will be this one. So let's go and add this shape over there. Maybe it needs a Z rotation. Might be the Z rotation, okay. And a Y translation to put it there and scale a little less big, like 0.8, okay. And you will have basically this to rotate the hand, just like that, okay. And you can add another one here, the same one, maybe for the rotation of the, for closing the here, scale 0.3 maybe to make it more little, or let's say 0.4 might be enough. Okay, so it takes a little of time again to manage this, but when it's finished, you have really a rig that is more efficient. Okay, something like that. So this will be for the hand, and this will be for closing the fingers, for example. Okay, this one might be a sphere again. For all these ones here, you can add just a circle. Basic circle will work well with a good orientation. So this might be an orientation into the x-axis, 90 degrees, okay? And it will be the same for all these ones, okay? In the end, 90 degrees, good, etc., etc. Same for the neck here, same for the head over there. You can choose the shape that you want. Let's say we want something like that for the head, okay? And I will just scale it down, maybe 0.5, make a rotation 90 degrees here into the x-axis, and maybe a translation a little into the z-axis to into the y-axis, maybe, yeah, to put it up, to have something like that. Easy to catch after. Maybe 0.6 like this. Okay, you can see that now it's far easier to catch the bone that is related to the head. And same for all these bones that you will use. Okay, maybe these ones will be into the deformed ones we will not use. Okay, let's go into that. Like this, they will be hidden if I remove them from here. And like this, you will have something really cleaner to work with in the end. Maybe these ones, they will not be useful as well, okay? So this one might be useful, but not the other ones. Okay, so let's select that and put them as well into the hide. Assign here, remove from here, and like this you can assign all of this very easily and build your own shape, okay? So let's say here we would like kind of glassy shape here. You will select maybe this one, okay? So let's go into the bone section, take that one, make a rotation into the z-axis to have something like that. That will make a kind of shape with the glasses inside. So let's go there and make a scale, put the scale at 1.5 maybe, and into the translation y might be something like that. Okay, now this 2 here will be just a simple circle over here, okay, with the good rotation value. Again, it might be the rotation x 90 degrees. No, it was the y, I guess. Yeah, it was the y. And then after, just with the y-axis, you can put them into the right place. Same for the other side. Here, let's select the circle. Here it will be y 90 degrees and change the translation into the y-axis like this. Here you will have kind of glassy shape that will work perfectly for our purpose here, and you understand very easily what it will do here. Same here, we will select just a simple over there circle, might be like this, or maybe more this one, the rotation one. I like this one for this. Yeah, with a simple rotation again. So we will need a Z rotation, I guess, 90 degrees. And we will need a Y rotation as well, 90 degrees, okay? Then the translation into the Y-axis as well, and the scale at 0.5 might be something like that. Now you can make the rotation of the shoulder very easily, just like this. As you can see, it's far more easy to understand how it works now. So let's put a simple circle over there. Maybe put a rotation 90 degrees again. Yeah, something like that. 90 degrees, and into the y-axis put it there, somewhere here. And this one after we can put back into the other collection of bones, okay? And just like that, you will create something that is far more intuitive to work with. These two, we can put them as well into the bones, the hided bones. So for example, let's go into the collection here, assign this here into the deform hide, and remove from the bones over there. So in the end, you will have only in the left side, for sure, you will have to make the right side and add these bones here. It's simple way to understand that, but you will have something really cleaner to work with. So what can be done after this, and to make it easier some ways, sometimes you just have to select this here, this object over there. You see here that we have object mode, sorry, that you have here for that bone, you have rotation 90 degrees into the x-axis. So what you can do, you can just duplicate that object into the y-axis maybe, and make a rotation 90 degrees into the x-axis in edit mode. Like this, what you will select now will have the right orientation. So to be sure of that, you just go there and make this, okay? And like this, it will be directly into the right shape and the right size as well. You can manage the size directly in edit mode if needed. So when you make one after, it's far easy to manage and go back to select the object that you want here just very easily, as you can see, okay? Just select the right bone, the right object here, and it will go quicker, okay? So this orientation tip is already something that will help you. Same for here. So I will try to manage at least everything into the left side. to show you that. And then after we'll make the main bone that will control all the character. Okay. Let's go for it. Almost done for this part. We are good to go for the ends. Now for the hips, we have little thing to do before going through. We continue with this one. Try with this one. Maybe it will work. It works not that bad. Maybe we increase the scale for this one at 1.5. Again, same for that one. Increase at 2, maybe that one. Okay. And same for the neck. The 2 neck here that we have there. Increase at 1.2 to catch it easily. And same for that one again. Increase at 1.8, that one, to have this shape here. Good. So now what we want is select this bone here, because you can see that it moves a little strangely. Me, I would like to have this kind of behavior over there, okay? That it moves well, the orientation here. So I can tell that already the orientation of this is not looking good. If I make GZ, I will have to manage something into the parenting somewhere. Here we need the parenting more. And here we need to change the orientation of this. So let's go into the deformed height here and select that. And into the orientation, you can manage here the pole angle if needed. And you can see that you can just manage the pole angle a little more precisely here. So negative 0.22, and you just have to copy it into the other side to make the invert. Usually it works. So the pole angle, it's already defined. So I will make plus 22. I think it will work. No, it didn't work well. Okay, so let's go into the invert and go over there. Yeah, so it was minus. Just to make the orientation looks better. And I would like to make this follow this. So I will make a copy rotation, Control-Shift-C, copy rotation. So like this will have a better behavior, just like that, okay? So now if I select this, I should have this kind of dancing motion that works well. Okay, good. We are happy. Me, I would like these 2 bones to be to parent. Okay, so I go into edit mode in that case, Control P and keep offset, just like this. Now I come back to pose mode, and if I select just that bone, it will just take everything, okay? But these bones are good to keep if you want to make this kind of motion as well, okay? Can be useful in sometimes. So I like to keep them. That's why I will just use this simple here circle, just like that. Maybe we'll slide them into the y-axis a little to make the things more understandable. Okay, a little slide into the y-axis, no scale. Just like that. Good. So now we have the hips, and we would like to parent all the objects that we have. So let's come back into this, into the deformed ones. We'll make RG to put back in the center. And now I would like to parent all the objects that are that move everything. So if I take this one for the hand, this one for the hand as well, this one for the foot, and this one for the foot as well, you can see that now if I move everything, the entire character will come with it. So what I will make, I will add here into edit mode a bone in the center. With Shift A, it adds a bone by default. This bone is big and we'll keep it like that. We'll make air 90 degrees, put it in the center here. With the armature here and the bone, the transform here, we can scale the B bone over there to have something less impressive in edit mode. And what we can do now is make the right shape and parent the right bones to this. So we will select the bones that we want to parent to it. It will be that one, that one, that one, and there's two. And we will make Control P and we will keep the offset. So now you will have a big bone that will move the entire character just like that. This one is very important and it will be that shape. So let's go into the display and select the right one and you will have that shape like this. Maybe a little translation into the y-axis and a little scale like 0.8 or maybe 0.6. Sorry, not here. Might be good, okay? And now you can put all of these shapes that we did create together into a new collection that will be hidden. So I will put a new collection to this. This will be shapes, as it says. Okay, and now you can hide these shapes. The goal is to make the same for the other side, so it will be a little exercise for you. And now you will have a rig totally finished and ready to animate for the animator or for your project. So what is good with that is that you can create your own rig. There are some pre-made rigs in Blender, and maybe I will make a tutorial on my YouTube channel for that, but there are a lot of tutorials on this. It's pre-made rigs and it's just here. If you search for get extensions and you search for Rigify, into the add-ons maybe. I have it already. Yeah. So if you have Rigified installed and enabled, you will find other rigs that are pre-made rigs. Okay. So into armature, you have Rigify meta rig. So let's go into a human. For example, you will have an entire rig ready to be into a character, and then after you can generate a new rig with that. For example, here if you have only this rig over there, when you finished adapt this rig into edit mode to the character, you can generate a totally finished rig with all the shape, the shapes and everything that is made with the constraints and everything. So for example, let's generate rig. It will take a little time. And now you will have a new, it was the meta rig, and now you will have the entire rig with a lot of properties here that you can play. If you want to play with that, you can have a look to the character that I did show you, the female character that I did show you in the beginning of this chapter. And here you can see that you have everything that is done and ready to animate with all the shapes and with all the constraints. It's far more complicated to use because there are a lot of options there, but you are ready to animate your character with that. Okay, so I wanted you to know how to make it yourself with the custom shapes and everything, and to see that it's a lot of work actually to make it. But you can use this system. You will see that there are a lot of tutorials for this, and maybe I will make a tutorial on my YouTube channel. I will stay you update. So here I will just remove this object and the meta rig as well. Okay, put back the other objects that we did use, and you can see that you can make your own. And usually if I have to choose, if I have just a little animation or a pose to put to a character, just a pose is important to have an armature. Usually I choose to make it manually, quickly, just like that. Sometimes it's quicker to make it yourself than to use a very complex one with a lot of options everywhere that you will search. Honestly, this technique is good to know, at least the basics. It will help you to make simple animations with whatever character or whatever animal or robot that you will have. Okay, so I really recommend you again to continue this exercise until the end. Just for a matter of time I did not finish that, but like this you will can understand how it works basically. And the last thing is just a visualization here, matter, but in case you want to go into visualization, you can create, you can go in that section here over there and select the color. Like for example here you see different colors over there, so it can be interesting to play with these colors. Like for example, let's say the right arm you want it red, you will select maybe that one. Okay, and everything that is inside the right arm, maybe it works for multiple selection. No, it doesn't. You have to make it bone by bone. Okay, and again you can just select them very easily, and like this you will create different parts. And again, for a visualization matter, it's good to have left side and right side not the same color to have something really easy to work with. So that's it for the custom shapes. You can see that you have a lot to do to a rig, to make it really usable. And I let you continue to finish this rig like this, and we will continue into the next chapter, and it will be a very interesting one. It will be the sculpt mode.